Thank you all for coming. I just wanted to take some time and if there's any words of reflection, anyone want to come and say any last words, you're welcome to now.
So, in order to talk about Rachel, you must first talk about her legacy. And for me, part of her legacy is my sister and my friend. 41 years ago at Howard University, she stepped onto the fourth floor of Crandall. She was already a year older than us, but probably 10 in terms of how she dealt with all of us young people. A mother to us from the very beginning, someone who was always caring and concerned, right? And so you have to understand that a person like that doesn't just happen. Then I met Rachel, and then I understood how Angie could be so graceful, so elegant, so kind, so concerned for others, because it is what she learned through her mother. But there was a difference, because where Angie is quiet and moves in stillness, her mother, however, did not. And so instantly, she had 30 plus sisters, but Rachel adopted me quickly as one of her daughters. And she always was so willing to give us wisdom about what it meant to be a strong, independent woman, and understanding that we had to make our way and that we should always have a plan in life. She was quick to tell us when we were out of order and to do it in her way that you understood that it was only for the best of you. And I was sharing a story with some earlier today that she indeed was very insightful. And one day Angie and I walked into her condo at the time. And Angie went before me, and as soon as I walked into the living room, she asked me if I was pregnant. Excuse me? No. And this is in 1986, where having a child out of wedlock was not a popular thing. But Rachel, in her true determination, was like, come here. She began to push me in my whisk and my shoulder. And she was like, are you sure you're not pregnant? And I was like, no, Ma, I am not pregnant. And so we went home. And my mother confirmed that I indeed was pregnant. And so she was a mother to us all. And so I stand before you today that says, the word says that if you shall serve God uprightly, that he will give you 3 squares plus 10, which is 70. And so Rachel actually made it into the bonus years. And I will say to you, Angie, that the word also says that for the children to care for their parents, that their life will be long on this earth. And there was a special charge to you as an only child, to Rachel, that God will carry you through these years. And know that you were a good daughter to your mother, and you served her well. And I thank you for allowing me to continue to be your sister and your friend.
Good afternoon. I'm Karen Nichols Spruill, and we met as well at Howard University in August 1982, right? And when I met Angie, we were partying, and we had a great time, but she was always the quiet one, the one that was the designated, etc. And then I met Rachel, and I was like, wow, they're so different. You know, Rachel is just so effervescent and just always, on. And Angie was very reserved and always thinking ahead in a way to make sure that we all were straight. And, Rachel was, like Amber said, the mother to all of us. She was the one in D.C. because we weren't from D.C. And so she was the one that was there, and she would come in and give us the long talks. Yes, absolutely. But I mostly remember when Angie had Katura, and we went to the apartment and the condo, and I saw Katura crawling on the floor, and Rachel was sitting in the seat by the window, and she said, "Ooh, that child, she got a lot going on with her, because she was moving." And I was, in my head, I'm thinking, just like Rachel. Just like Rachel. But I wanted to say that I remember fond memories of Rachel at the wedding, at the graduations, at all of the family life things, and she was always life, and you were happy to be around her because she was so energetic. But I wanted to say that, we are here for you, and we know that if you ever need anything, you just reach out. We are here for the family as well. I've known all of you forever as well, part of the family. And I wanted to say I bring greetings as well as love, comfort, peace, blessings from all of the Howard University who couldn't be here today. They all send their love, and they're grieving with you because they know you and they love you.
And now I'll say a poem. I'll say a few words before about my mom, about her life, about what she meant to me and my girls. Rachel was everything you said and more. She always knew, even if I never said it, she always knew what was going on. She would just wait to get that call for you to tell her, but she already knew. And that's something that in these last 4 months I've learned to appreciate, because when someone has that kind of wisdom, that kind of spirit, it never dies. It never dies. So she may be gone in body, but the one thing I have to say is my mom will live on forever in our hearts and our spirits. And on any given Wednesday at 2 p.m., when my mom took her wings, I want everyone to think of her any given Wednesday at 2 o'clock and say, wow, Rachel was Rachel. And she is always here with us. I love you all for coming. I love you all for all the support you've given me and my dad through this time and always. I know I've called all of you and talked to you numerous hours, days, weeks, months about my mom. And I really, really appreciate it. And I love you all. And I want to say thank you to that man in the back. Not all the way in the back. There's only 3 of you, okay? But your support, your kindness, just being there, I thank you. And I thank you all. I have a poem or 2 that I wanted to say. The first one is Remember Me. Remember me with smiles, not tears, for all the joy through all the years. Recall the closeness that was ours, a love as sweet as fragrant flowers. Don't dwell on thoughts that cause you pain. We'll see each other once again. I'm at peace, try to believe it was my time, I had to leave. But what a view from here, I see your face, I feel you near. I follow you throughout the day, you're not alone along the way. And when God calls you, you will be right by my side, right here with me. Till then, I'll wait by heaven's doors. We'll be united evermore. I have one more that I thought was very poignant for now. Mom's best friend, Jan, she said after her and my mom would talk on the phone, she would always say this prayer. They would say this prayer together. God is my help in every need. God does my every hunger feed. God walks beside me, guides my every way through every moment of the day. I now am wise. I now am true, patient, kind, and loving too. All things I am, can do, and be through Christ, the truth that is in me. God is my health. I can't be sick. God is my strength, unfailing, quick. God is my all. I know no fear, since God and love and truth are here. And she would always end it with, thank you for your ever-increasing, unceasing flow of good. Dad, I love you. Thank you all for coming.
I'd like to thank everybody who participated in this lovely service here today. I'd like to thank everybody for their lovely and kind words about Mrs. Powell. I'd also like to thank the lady for her opening prayer as well. That touches my heart. When I come to the end of the road and the angels has come for me, miss me, but let me go. I'm free. On behalf of St. Forrest Funeral Home, we express our deepest condolences to the family. And the family thank you all for everything during a time of bereavement, from your telephone calls, your flowers, your presents, and especially your prayers. They may not thank you today, but later in a more personal way. I'd like to acknowledge this beautiful vest that was sent to Rachel. Loving memory of Rachel Lewis Powell. Thank you for your increasing, unceasing flow of good. Amen. From Mary, George, and family, rest in peace. On this day, May the 3rd, 2023, marks the final day in the physical and the beginning of a whole new life for Mrs. Powell. I'd like to commit her body, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, and dust to dust. At this time, this will now conclude the service, and the family thank you all. Thank you all once again on behalf of St. Ford's Funeral Home.